Pisces, welcome to your October 2023 love reading. That shuffle was absolutely horrendous. Welcome to your 2023 October reading. I can't believe it's October already. And for those who are returning, thank you for being so patient with me as I roll these out super late. My life has made drastic changes in the last like month and a half. And it's been a lot trying to readjust. Not in a bad way. It's just been a readjustment. And I don't even want to say it's been stressful. It's just been a lot. And it's just been time consuming. And it's been very exciting at the same time. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm doing these a little bit differently this month. I wanted to do love and career, not just love messages. So I'm going to pull some cards to see what the overall theme is for you in October. And then we will get into love and career. So what is going on for Pisces in the month of October? What is the overall energy? The first card out was the World, so that's a good sign. There's a new beginning starting here for you. But we have the Three of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. So some of you guys are being pushed into a new beginning that you may not feel ready for. Then we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Please don't isolate yourself during this time. You're going to need all the support that you can get. Your friends are there for you for a reason. Some of you guys have really isolated yourself from people. You may also be going through some sort of breakup, so maybe that's why you feel isolated. We do have the Two of Cups in the reverse here. If you have been separated from like certain friends, I do feel like there's a reconciliation here at some point. If it's in October, I'm really not so sure. I do feel like you feel really lonely right now, though. This is going to require you to, or this loneliness is going to require you to think outside the box. So we start off with the World here, which is a new beginning. And then we have the Three of Wands reverse and the Page of Wands reverse, like I said. So I feel like you're kind of looking over your shoulder at the past and you don't really want to... You're just a little bit scared to move forward. I feel like this new beginning kind of came unexpectedly, or it came in a way that you just don't really appreciate. And then we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, which tells me you might be isolating yourself, or maybe you just feel really alone. We then have the Transformation card. Yeah, we have the Transformation card right under the World as well. I feel like you are being pressured into this new beginning. I'm not really sure if you really manifested this or not, but it's happening. And I mean, you can deny it if you want, but it's going to create a lot of resistance for you. If you're really having a hard time, we have the Seven of Swords here and the Strength. So this is going to require you to really think outside the box to kind of take care of your mental health and to find a way around, I don't know, I guess just like embracing this new beginning since it feels very unexpected. And then we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, which is a breakup. I feel like you're going to have to break up with your old way of doing things. I feel like you've been doing things a certain way for a very long time and it's just not working anymore and it's time to move forward. Overall, we have the Lovers and the Three of Swords in the reverse. I do feel like there is a choice here that needs to be made, and the choice is to reconcile with yourself and to... I think it's time to choose to move forward. I feel like you've been looking at the past a little bit too much. So regardless if that has to do with relationships or career or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I feel like you know it's not working and I think you can feel it in your body. I always say that like when it comes to resistance, we can always like physically feel it. Like if we're resisting change, we can always physically feel it. And that can show up in different ways. Like that can actually be physical pain, but it can also show up in ways of like, oh, I'm not sleeping well, or I don't feel motivated. I feel exhausted, you know? We have Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, lots of fixed sign energy here, I want to say. So very stubborn energy, which is fine. My big three is fixed sign, so I get it. I get it. Okay, let's go to career. I'm kind of feeling called towards career. Show me career for Pisces in the month of October, please. Okay, my stomach is growling. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. Okay, so we start off with the High Priestess in the reverse, and then we move to the Temperance, the Empress reversed, and then the Seven of Wands in the reverse. There's just a lot of resistance here. There's a lot of resistance. A lot. Yeah. There's a lot of major arcana here too. Okay, I think that what we just pulled and like the overall theme for you this month is the main focus for career. So our career is like the main focus for October for you. I feel like whatever path you were on, you probably weren't super committed. Like you either weren't committed to it or you weren't feeling passionate about it, but you weren't really taking the necessary steps in order to move forward. Or you just didn't know, like you didn't know what steps to take. And now the universe is kind of stepping in and being like, okay, well, we're just going to force you to change now. And I think it feels a little bit stressful. This is a really good time to really up your spiritual practice. So definitely like meditate more. You don't have to get spiritual woo-woo. Just journal and meditate and keep track of like where you're at every day and check in with yourself and make sure that like you're just taking time to do things that you enjoy every day, even if it's only 5 to 10 minutes. That's what I think. So, I mean, you could just play Animal Crossing for 10 minutes a day and it'll probably help your mental health a lot. And then we have the temperance here, which is needing to be patient. I think the patience needs to be with yourself. I also feel like, again, there's an emphasis here on starting a new path career-wise. And I feel like it's a little bit more slow moving. And in order to get that moving a bit faster with the Empress reversed, you need to be open to the idea that maybe your career isn't exactly supposed to look the way you've been planning it to look for the last few years. Maybe there is a new thing that you're supposed to incorporate into your career. Maybe there's a new path that you're supposed to take in your field. Do you know what I'm saying? And I do feel like it is going to lead to a lot of happiness, but you have to be open to the idea that like this set plan that you have for yourself, it may not happen exactly the way that you expected it to. We then have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, again, it's just about letting your guard down, just being open to new things. Overall, we have the Judgment and the Sun. So yeah, there's a lot of happiness waiting for you in your career. I don't really get any specifics from this. So I don't see anyone in particular interfering. I don't see anything in particular interfering. I see you getting in your own way. There's a lot of happiness waiting for you here with the Sun, but the Judgment is here to remind us that like, don't judge yourself so harshly. And also like the universe is on your side. There is a lot to be learned from the past, but we can't really stay there and it's time to move forward. Yeah, Leo here, Taurus, Sagittarius. Okay, let's talk about your love life. Okay, what is happening in love for Pisces in the month of October? Three of Wands reversed again. Very interesting. What the hell? What does this even mean? Okay. We have someone here who feels that I just heard the word frivolous. Oh, no, that doesn't feel right. That's what I heard, so I'll say it. Someone here is very like wishy-washy. So I don't know if you're dealing with someone who's wishy-washy. It's almost like you never really know what they're thinking. You don't really know what they're going to be up to that day. With the Three of Wands in the reverse, I feel like this is someone that you've dealt with before. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you depend a lot on this person, almost in like an unhealthy way. And I'm not trying to call you out at all, but like if you financially depend on this person, I feel like it's fine if your person wants to like provide for you, but I feel like there is an unhealthy expectation here. So I'm not really sure what that looks like in particular for you. But if you're energetically depending on this person, there definitely needs to be a change there because another person can't fix you. And yes, they can be there for you and support you if you're having a bad day, but they can't necessarily give you all 1,000% of their energy all the time. And we have to learn how to really pick ourselves back up. I mean, a true partner is going to be there for us no matter what, you know, no matter what mood we're in, you know, of course, as long as no one's being abusive, right? Because I don't condone abuse on this channel, but like, it's kind of like the idea, you know how Michelle Obama, I think it was Michelle Obama who talked about this. She was saying like, you know, some days, you know, we're not going to be 100%. Some days I'm at 30%. So I need my husband to be at 70% that day so that we can like work together. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. And obviously vice versa, you know, maybe he's feeling 60% and so she needs to kind of come up with that 40% so that they can operate as a team. And I feel like when you're in a relationship, you have to actively choose each other every single day. And I mean, of course, like falling in love and being romantic is great and all, but like at the end of the day, relationships are work. And I don't think that they're necessarily hard work, especially if you're with someone who really, really respects you and wants to be with you and really, truly loves you. I don't think that it's going to be hard 100% of the time. I don't think that that resistance is going to be there. But I do feel like if you expect someone to just provide everything for you, it is a little bit unhealthy, and there is an independence that is needed here. And maybe that isn't you. Maybe it's your person who depends way too much energetically on you. Maybe you're feeling depleted because they're taking too much of your energy. And in that case, like, there needs to be a conversation had if you are with this person. If you're not with this person, then really think about if you can do that for the rest of your life. Like, if they don't change, can you do that for the rest of your life? We then have the Wheel of Fortune here. It will get better, but the Wheel of Fortune also implies that like the wheel is constantly turning. So even when things are good with this person, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be 100% all the time. And so how is this person when they're not at 100%? Because like, I know like when I'm not at 100%, I feel like I'm still a good partner. I feel like I still communicate. And there are partners out there who don't do that. When they're not at 100%, they don't communicate or they shut down. You know, if the emotional maturity isn't there, they shut down, they ghost, they walk away, they start fights, you know, stuff like that. So if your person is like that, you know, just having their good side every once in a while, it's not always the best option, you know? We then have the Knight of Cups, so that's a love offer, and then that's followed with the Lovers in the reverse. So yeah, I kind of see like a wheel here. I see a cycle. I feel like this person that you're dealing with or have dealt with, I feel like when things are good, they're really good, but when things are bad, they're really, really bad. And it's almost like you or your person, or maybe even both of you, kind of take the one or two good times you've had together, and that's just me being sarcastic, but you take the couple of times that you guys have been really happy together and you let it overshadow the negative things about the relationship. I mean, the Lovers in the reverse implies that like it just feels like an ending, you know? Overall, we have the King of Wands in the reverse, which can be manipulation or someone who's very manipulative, and the Fool in the reverse, which to me always says like doesn't want to take risks or immaturity. I feel like there's someone here who doesn't know how to... Okay, I always say two things. Like, when someone is a bad partner to you, this is my theory too, this is not from like a doctor or a therapist or anything, this is my theory. When someone is a bad partner to you, it's either because one, they don't give a fuck and they don't care and they just straight up don't care about treating you terribly and they just do it anyway. Or two, they are genuinely not capable of giving you what you need or deserve for whatever reason that is, right? And there's so many reasons because humans are complex. And we all have different stories and backgrounds and whatever. However, both of these excuses don't mean that we have to stay with these people. Doesn't matter how good of a person you think someone is, if they're not being a good partner to you, why are you sticking around? So I feel like this person that you're kind of waiting on, I feel like they're also waiting on you. And it's just this weird vicious cycle of like, you guys thinking about each other. It's pretty unhealthy. You guys get back together. There's like the highest of highs when things are good, and then things go south, and it's like there's no conversation here when things go south. It's just like something bad happens, you guys break up, and you guys just don't speak. Like there's no problem solving, I feel like, with you guys. Like someone just dips out. And that's kind of scary to think about, you know, and that's not a true partner. So if that's what's been happening to you, I feel like you definitely deserve better. And if you don't say no to this person, this is the kind of thing that's just going to keep popping up, not just in October, right? Because this is like an overlook of October. This is what you have to look forward to in October for love. But if you say, like, if you say yes to this, like, this isn't, I don't see this changing. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is going to happen in November, December, January, you know. But if you say no, this spread can change. So that's just my 2 cents. I hope that helps someone. I don't know. Okay, we have Aquarius and Gemini here as well. Okay, let me pull a spiritual message for you. Put my mouse over here. I've been pulling from my Egyptian gods deck for everyone. Oh, okay. Okay, what does Pisces need to know? Sekhmet, Justice, and Selkis. I hope I'm saying these right. Selkis, healing. Justice and healing overall is meditation and darkness. Interesting. Justice and healing. I feel like you want justice. I feel like you want things to go. I mean, who doesn't want things to go right? But I feel like in particular when it comes to love, you want things to go right so bad. I just don't think that you want things to go right with the right person. 111 on the clock as I say that too. I feel like whoever you're dealing with right now, and of course, like I'm just a bitch on the internet, right? Like, you know your person better than I do. What I'm getting from the cards specifically is that this is not your true person. Your true person wouldn't put you through all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing everything that you can to make things better and it still like goes south. Like, you really don't have to stay in an abusive relationship or a relationship that's very stressful because you feel like there's some sort of spiritual aspect to it. Like, you really don't have to do that. And if you're listening to people on the internet that, or like specifically people in the spiritual community who are telling you like, oh, you're twin flames, you know, this is what happens when you're on the twin flame journey, or this is what happens when someone isn't healed, this is what happens, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of connection you have towards this person. Like, if you want justice, you really want karmic justice, then you have to be the one that takes the action on the healing. You can't just expect people to do what you want them to do. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that you expect someone to heal or do the right thing, especially if you are a good person. I think when you're a good person or an empathetic person, you just kind of assume that people are going to be the same way. And a lot of people aren't that same way, unfortunately. And I feel like when you just kind of see things for what they are, it's much easier to walk away. And I feel like this person you've been dealing with is just not capable of like being in a stable relationship. It just feels very up and down. It feels very dramatic and it feels very emotional. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And I feel like the problems that you're having in your love life are kind of creeping into your career as well. I feel like doing the weird cycles and the up and downs and the dramatic stuff with the person in your love life is keeping you from wanting to take risks in other aspects of your life. And that's why there was a lot of resistance that was seen in this reading. Now, of course, we did see that there's a lot of happiness waiting for you, but I feel like Pisces, you have to make the decision to go out and search for it outside of this bubble that you've been in for a really long time. I feel like the bubble is like this toxic person and just being used to that. I think it's time to pop that bubble and realize that like there's a whole world out there and there's so much more for you to explore. So yeah, Pisces, I hope that that helped. I know it was kind of like a tough love message, but I think that there's a lot of really good things waiting for you, and I think that you deserve happiness. And if this person can't give it to you, there's someone out there who will want to make you very, very happy. You just have to be open to the idea that it is out there and it's probably not this person. So anyways, Pisces, that's what I have for you. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Bye.